What is up, everybody? Welcome into week 6, halftime edition of The Closing Line. I'm the big man on campus. He is Donnie Wright. Said Donnie, it's halftime of the week 6, 1 o'clock slates. How you doing?
Yeah, get a little bit of extended time here, which would be nice. One game goes there early, which is the Buffalo Bills. Seeing a lot more of that Deshaun Watson we didn't want to see, Jeff, in that Buffalo Bills game here now at the half.
Yeah, but they're controlling this game. They're up 10-0. A hell of a catch by the best receiver in the league. Again, Hopkins terrific. Bills can't get anything going on offense. I'll be interested to see where that line is coming out of the second half in that one. Welcome into everyone. Hope you had a great little bit there. We had a nice, interesting first half. Couple of score updates here. They're at the 2-minute warning in Atlanta. 21-6 Falcons. Falcons just shredding the absolutely horrendous Tampa defense. Donnie, Tampa's defense is the worst in the league. It's not even close.
Yeah, it is bad. Looks like the Falcons might let them a little bit up off the carpet here. They intercept Jameis Winston on that basically punt down to the 1. Atlanta could have got a first down there, maybe made a drive to try to run the clock out, but it looks like the Buccaneers are headed in. But the Falcons do get the ball at the half. As we said, look, 21-6 right now. This game's probably going to tighten up and be close. Neither one of these teams play really good defense, but it looks like the Buccaneers really struggling on the short end right here, Jeff.
Yeah, we'll see how that finishes out. Obviously, you mentioned it. Tampa does have the ball at the 2-minute warning, getting close to the red zone. In Cincinnati, Donnie, and it has been a very irritating first half for me on the Cincinnati Bengals. Look, I know it's tied, but this game has been hard to watch from a Bengal perspective. You have huge, and I'm talking about huge drops by the Bengals.
Wow.
What happened, Donnie?
Juju Smith-Schuster with an amazing catch, it looks like.
Yep,
Let's
just make it absolutely fucking 100 times. Fucking wow. I fucking hate this Bengals team. Fucking why did I fucking mess with this fucking shit team? I knew it, Donnie. I knew it. Can't catch the fucking ball. Vance McDonald is fucking shredding this team. That shithead fucking piece of shit, Marvin Lewis, won't do fucking anything about it either. Fucking
That is an amazing catch. How did he even take it away from it? Should have been an interception, it looks like.
Perfect, always running his fucking mouth. Can't get a fucking stop. This team's a bunch of fucking losers.
Yeah, it'll be close. It's about what we thought it would be, though. It'll be nip and tuck all the way through. It's just going to be, a play like that can turn the game. Obviously, it looked like it was an interception at the 1, turned into a touchdown. Kind of interested to see how they call that, but from the looks of it, it looks like a touchdown, or maybe he's down at the 1. I don't know. That's one of the more weird plays you're going to see out there.
Who cares? They're gonna roll anyway. Cincinnati's brutal. They can't catch the ball. They don't run the ball either. This team just will not run the ball. Even though I don't know if they know it, but it is drizzling out. You might want to run the ball a little bit. Six carries, Donnie, in the first half. What a joke.
Yeah, no, it's about what we thought, though. So we'll see in the second half if they can make some stuff up here. Looks like coming these games. Look, sharp play Browns getting hammered right now. Chargers on the move again. Seattle and the Raiders. The Raiders just an awful, awful football team, but you are playing overseas, so we'll see how that game shakes out. One of the more interesting ones, Jeff, the Miami Dolphins here. 7-0. It looks like about to head into the half here. That's an interesting one for us.
Yeah, but they're not blowing anyone out. So Chicago's still in the game. Miami didn't step on anyone's teeth, which they should have. We'll see where that one goes. Arizona, they're tied after a Buda Baker pick 6, I believe. 10-10 in Minnesota. Arizona hanging around as double-digit underdog.
Yeah, a couple of nice plays there. I don't know what Kirk Cousins was doing on a few of those, but hey, man, getting 10 on the road or, getting 10 points here, you're going to be able to hang in. Both of these teams cash checks there. So that game, 10-10, we'll see who can pull away at the end. Looks like the Cardinals have the ball on their own 3-yard line. So maybe the Vikings can force a punt here and try to get the ball back, maybe get some points before we head to the half. Panthers, nice touchdown catch from pitch and catch to Funchess, but 17-6. Looks like Washington's playing some really good football right now.
Yeah, they are. What do we got on the second half line? Second half in Buffalo, Houston. Second half line is 3.5 for Houston. So look, Buffalo has not gotten anything going on, really any facet.
Yeah,
I think Houston kind of runs away in this game. Frankly,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've been brutal in this football game as is. They got a couple of turnovers here and stopping the offense. I mean, I guess if they can just hold the Bills to 0 points, they're probably going to end up getting the cover. But Deshaun Watson is just I just don't know, man. Maybe you can't make the change in the middle of the season in the NFL with a head coach when you're still trying to do big things. But next, they got to look at something in the offseason. It's got to change from the coaching top to bottom.
Donnie, is there any dumber human being in the world than NFL special teams players? I've noticed that as well. They have to be some of the dumbest people in America. It's quite
I've been saying that for weeks and weeks and weeks. I watch the games with my dad, my family, my friends, and I just say, you know what? If I'm a special teams coach, I say if the ball's kicked off in the end zone, you never return it a single time. I would never return a punt return. I would fair catch every single time down the field. And I would just go maybe for a half of a pump block where we really don't get after it and go after the punter just so we don't cause a penalty out there. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
It's literally every time there's a return, these fucking morons push people in the back. You can't do that.
No, and they do it every time. Like, I don't know what you do. Maybe you just tie, like if you have the kickoff or a punt return, that you have to tie or maybe handcuff the player's hands behind their back. I don't know. I don't know what you do. But that's like I treat it like maybe like the helmet to helmet hits. Yeah. Hey, look, if you push somebody in the back, you're going to get a FedEx penalty or a FedEx envelope for $50,000 next week. Maybe they wouldn't do it. They do it every time, though.
Yeah, it's funny. Last night I was on Michigan, Donnie, which it obviously helped me in the game. But the roughing the snapper call, did you see that?
Yeah, that was a bad one. Yeah, some of those change games, man. They do.
It's like I didn't even know that was a penalty that existed.
Yeah.
By the way, Tampa scored 21-13 down there in Atlanta. Stats if you're on the over, good news for you. 34 points. There's still 26 seconds to go there. Pittsburgh scores, of course. They're up 14-7. Look, I'll be honest. I'm on Cincinnati. I like this play a lot. This just been a bad first half. They're not running the ball. They've had 4 drops, 2 of them by Green. They had a drop on a 3rd down and 12 where Cody Core was wide open. He just drops the ball. Donnie, let me ask you, it's week 6 in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If a player hasn't had a reception yet this year, would he be a guy you're looking for on 3rd and 12?
No, especially not from Cody Core out there. So, I mean, that's
6th-round pick who really has no business in the NFL. I mean, seriously. Let's see what else we have going on here. We're getting to the half. We're only at 1 game at the half right now, so we came on maybe a bit early, but I think Houston's going to kind of get it going a little bit. I am interested in seeing a line in the
3.5. Houston minus 3.5 over under 17 in the second half.
Chargers go up 20-3. They're rolling right now. Benny Cunningham with a touchdown there. I'm sorry, that's the wrong game. Who had touchdown? Tyrell Williams with the touchdown.
Yeah, they're just smoking them up. So maybe next week the people get off the Cleveland train to see. But again, there's a whole second half, and we'll see if Baker Mayfield can lead them back. But you're down that big to a decent football team. I don't think that's going to be the case here. So
Steelers defense looks good. I mean, it's not difficult to look good when the other team doesn't run the ball at all. The offensive line for the Bengals is struggling. There's still a minute to go. We'll see if Cincinnati with their timeouts does anything here. A big run back though from the Bengals, Donnie, 43-yard run back. So Cincinnati is in business here. That's big.
No, yeah, I'm trying to watch it. I don't even have any updates. On my ESPN's a little bit slower here on my computer, so we'll see if we can get some before there. But Chicago, Miami at the half. That line is 7 to open up, -7 as a Chicago Bears favorite. How about that?
Interesting. I'll tell you what. It's funny, Donnie. We talk about SPR odds all the time on the WCKG show. I'll tell you what. The score, the play thing they have on here is pretty fast. Like that's where I got that big run back. It's right up on the little. If you get SPR odds, Donnie, they have the last play.
Yeah, yep.
Pretty good.
47-yard return. Yeah, there they go. So it looks like I got the 2nd and 5 at the Pittsburgh 39. So they're on their way. So I mean, get some points before the half. Could be big here, maybe a field goal. Looks like the Falcons are trying to do something here. 12 seconds to go. Got the ball in the Tampa Bay 44. No surprise there, right? You only need a couple seconds to move the football against that team.
Yeah, Oakland looks dead and buried right now. I'll tell you what. This team looks – they look like they haven't got off the plane. They look like they're still back in Oakland, Donnie.
Yeah, it looked like they got there, when most teams get a couple days ahead of time. They said, yeah, the hell with it. We'll just hang out and see what we got. It looks like it's paying off.
Donnie, Chicago, obviously a 7-point favorite to get back in this game. Obviously, that's saying that the goal for them, obviously, they think Chicago's going to win this game. They have no points. I mean, what do
Yeah,
you think?
it looks like Miami's just saying, the Bears and Mitchell Trubisky is here, so we're just going to play it pretty close to the vest and see what happens. The Bears are the more talented team, but it's hot as hell down there, man. Bears ain't used to playing in this mugginess ass heat, and it looks like they're playing terrible to open. So
Yeah, the weather's amazing, Donnie, isn't it? I saw in earlier today. They had this guy down in Miami. It's 100 degrees with the heat index.
Mhm.
Then like 1,000 miles away, it's like snowing in the 20s.
Yeah. No, that's just the way it is. Let me see. We don't have any other updates coming into the half, but a couple teams trying to score here. The Vikings do some damage here. 48-yard field goal to go up 13-10 at the half. And if you're looking at the Bengals first and 10 at the Pittsburgh 30 with 54 seconds to go in that game. So they're driving, and the Falcons completed another chunk yardage play, first and 10 at the Tampa Bay 28 with 6 seconds to go. So maybe setting up for a field goal. Now,
Falcons,
Matt Ryan, 20 of 24 in the first half.
They just don't quit, man, the Falcons. They're always moving, man. They're a great over team, bro. I mean, this would be a big way. If they get a field goal here, it's big for them. Yeah. You go up 11, you make it a 2-score game.
Get the ball at the half, yeah. So
that's kind of a big game there for a big drive there for them. A game we haven't talked a ton about, Donnie. Carolina, this team really struggling on the road.
Fumble City, man.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like what have they been doing out there? You're watching Cam Newton out here throw it out the wide receivers, running with the ball and getting it punched loose. Josh Norman having a nice little present out there for the Carolina Panthers. He gets an interception and forces one. Looks like the Falcons are lining up here for a field goal above 40 some odd yards, maybe 45 yards. We'll see if they can make that one here. Bryant snaps, play, spot up, and can't even see from this far away. Good. How about that? It just goes to show, like, Tampa Bay finally gets something good, right, Jeff? Scores with 29 seconds to go in the first half. So you figure you go to the half and it's all good. And they just go down, chunk play and a touchdown here showing up on my board, Jeff. Cincinnati.
Yes. Get in, baby. Good drive, dog. Good work.
So we'll see pending the extra point in that one, but never over. I mean, that game's going to be a dogfight down to the end. What did the line go at? -1 to start there? So be a good one.
Yeah, shout out to our friend on the chat here, Rock NYC TV, saying checking in. He loves the show. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. We appreciate you all checking in today. Harold Johnson, our friend in Louisiana, welcome in. Thanks for checking the shot, guys. Also, want to shout out all the great people that call into the show, Donnie. We had some great calls this week on our radio show. It was great to hear some of their voices. Great content, Donnie. How about last night? I wanted to bring this up. We had our Arkansas people calling in.
Yes. How about that?
How about a cover from the Raiders?
How about a nice guy? They should have won the game outright, but injuries step in. You lose 2 running backs, and you're down to your 3rd or 4th string quarterback. It's going to catch up to you. I would wish there wasn't any rain in that game. That was one of the overs I was looking at, before we get back to the NFL. And it played out just the way I thought it would, man.
I'll tell you what. If you had the under in that game, a rough beat. A rough beat. At the end. Ole Miss scored with like 20 seconds to go. They went the whole field. But yeah, over comes in and the Razorbacks cover. So shout out to, I believe, Taylor H and our friend James out in Reno.
Pig Suey, man. Pig Suey.
Yeah, they both zeroed in on that game. By the way, Donnie, we have to be transparent. Our friend the Chill started out the day 1-0, but he failed on his final 2 plays. So Chill's going to have to reproduce next week and give us some winners. But the Arkansas people cash. But back to NFL.
Coming down there. What do we got here? Still 21-3. Looks like Cleveland, Jeff, coming all the way down the field. First and goal at the 10-yard line with 11 seconds to go. That would be a huge morale boost, and especially if you're looking at the over-under in that one to get back-to-back touchdowns in 2 minutes there. What else we got here? Still at the 17-0 now Seahawks, and the Raiders are just a dead team, man. I don't know what you do. You went old school Gruden. It's not working out. He's going to be there for at least 9 more years after this year, so good luck to you, Oakland, whatever you got there.
Seattle coming in here, the line for that one, Seattle -0.5. So, Oakland, you got to figure, is there some fight from Oakland at half here?
No, there's no fight in that team. Amari Cooper got knocked out, which is interesting to me because if you watch the Seattle game last week, they absolutely destroyed Brandon Cooks with no flag over the middle, knocked him unconscious. They just did the same thing. Not just did the same, but a little while ago, knocked Amari Cooper out. And from what I was seeing, no flag at all. Usually, Jeff, when it's helmet to helmet on a wide receiver and he's knocked out cold, it's pretty good chance that it's probably a penalty there.
Yeah, listen, I'm taking the half. I'm laying a half a point here. Oakland's not going to win this game. They're probably going to lose by double digits, but I don't think they're going to lose by 17 or 20 or 24. I think at least they put something going. They get something going in the second half. I'm going to go Oakland minus a half. I could still get that at.
Hey, Jeff, here we go. We're already into the second half in one football game, and Deshaun Watson intercepted right off the bat. So the Buffalo Bills heading in on the 30-yard line.
Jesus Christ, man.
He's bad. They're bad. They're just something's not right with Deshaun Watson.
But you know what, Donnie? Here's the thing. They're still up 10-0.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, your saving grace and why Houston will win this game and probably cover, because Josh Allen can't move the ball. So if you missed it, I'm taking Oakland. I could still get a half here. It's the best number on the board. I would still even lay the one if you're getting that. I'm going to take Oakland -1 or minus a half in the second half.
All right. See what else we got. Another couple games popping up here. We have minus a half, 22.5. Atlanta's at the half, Jeff. Over under 29 in the second half. And if I guess you're an Atlanta Falcons better, which I am today, minus a half. Tampa Bay shows up in the second half. Atlanta will get the football in that game. Indianapolis, Jeff, 23-13 in that game. Over under 24 in the second half. Indianapolis comes out as a slight favorite, minus a half. And also another game at the half, Jeff, Washington Redskins -3. Carolina's -3 in the second half at 22 over under in that one.
Yeah, not a lot I'm liking here. Arizona looks interesting. You know, I feel like they're going to hang in that game. They played pretty well so far, but again, you have to remember they did have a pick six, which aided them. Offense hasn't been great. I think I'm going to stick with Oakland for right now.
Yeah, let me see what else we got here. So 5.5 in that one. Washington's at the half. I'm going to think this Washington game opens up a little bit with Cam Newton. I'll go over 22.5 in that football game. So let's go with that one there.
What was that one, Nani?
Washington Redskins, Carolina Panthers over 22.5. I think Cam Newton's going to have to up the ante here. So we're 22.5 on that one.
Yeah, I mean, a pretty brutal first half, but they still scored 23 points. So
yeah.
I got to tell you, I think this rain's going to let up a little bit in Pittsburgh or Cincinnati. I mean, what's the total in that?
Looks misty out there. I don't really know how much that'll play into it here. Pittsburgh,
it
24.5.
There were drops. There were a lot of drops in the first half. I still only have one right now. That's going to be Oakland.
-1 and 25, it looks like, in that game at some outlets.
Okay. What do we have here on the chat? Why do you like Oakland again?
They're dead.
Because I don't think they're going to lose by 20. That's why.
Yeah.
Again, there is not a lot to like about Oakland. I get it. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to tell anyone to go bet Oakland. I'm just betting it on my own. How are the right side?
Josh Allen with the wheels, Jeff. First and goal, Buffalo now after a third down conversion.
Here we go. How are the right side wagers looking today? What do you have, Donnie? Atlanta, you're looking good with that?
Yeah, Atlanta so far, yep. So looking decent with that. But look, it's the NFL. It's like the NBA. Not much really matters. I wish, like yesterday, Jeff, we just went with a first half wager in college because that would have won. I'd end up losing by 1 point. Would it be nice? You could just buy out and say, yeah, I won at the half. I get my money anyway. So, but we'll see what happens.
Well, if you certain books will allow you to do that, Donnie.
Yeah, I wish they did.
Depends where you look. Bengals versus McDonald's. Steelers don't look good. They are one-man show right now. Good point. But the question is, can Marvin Lewis figure out how to stop him? I don't think he can. It's going to be a close game. It'll be fun.
Are we going to see one of those plays from Big Ben, Jeff, which he does just about every week, where he holds on to the ball too long, stumbles around like a building back there, and just throws some awful intercepted pass, Jeff? That's what you're waiting on. You should be able to get that in a second.
And this is an interesting point with Nick Ritz. 5 rushes for 40 yards from Mixon. 8 yards a carry, Donnie, yet they don't fucking give him the ball.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe they're just trying to worry about his knee a little bit here. They don't want to burn him out, but we'll see in the second. And now you got that game tied up 14-14. You're probably going to get after it.
Bet Redskins second half. Panthers are done. Wow. Yeah, I got to think they show some sort of fight. I like Donnie's overplay, frankly.
Yeah, because when you have teams that are slow it down, really like Carolina, he's going to have to open it up. So we'll see if they can dart it down and see what happens.
So yeah, if you missed it, I gotta admit, I don't think anyone's tailing me here, Donnie. I'm on Oakland for second half -1.5. So
you gotta lay down with the fleas. That was half of my wager that I put in for the the Miami Dolphins,
Right.
saying like, look, it's -3, which is still very much in play, but -7, I didn't even, just throw a robot out there, a quarterback. I'm going to take the +7 as a home dog.
Yes. So if you care to opine, feel free. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not telling you though to do that. Well, I'm telling you to do that, but if you don't want to listen, don't. Jets playing well, Donnie. I mentioned them on our show earlier. I don't think Indy's very good. Jets offense looks good. Darnold's moving the ball. Anything on that game?
No, you know what? I'm ashamed of myself where I shied away because I liked the Jets all week long in that game. And the whole key to my point, Jeff, was like, you know what? I just want to take this game because T.Y. Hilton's going to be out and, we'll see what happens. And I backed away from that game. But again, it's still 23-13, about to be into the second half. So we'll see what happens in that one.
Any other things you're looking at, Donnie?
No, not really on those. I think it's hard to get a gauge unless you have some outrageous number. But again, you see the 29 in Atlanta. Does anybody think they're going to slow down in that one? We think Atlanta's not going to probably end up in the 40s?
Wait, what'd you say it is?
They only punted once. 29 is the over-under in the second half.
Where are we at? 40? We're at 37 so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you need how many points to get to the over? You need about 25 or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that gets into the 60s for sure.
I mean, who's slowing anybody down in that game,
No one. You just got to hope Tampa can, Tampa will get into the 20s.
No, they'll be fine. This game is going to tighten up. I hope it does, and I hope the Falcons just blow them out. It's nice to have an 11-point lead at the half, but not very much defense. I don't even know if Calvin Ridley's going to come back in that football game, which hurts the Atlanta offense, which is a lot of the reason why I liked it, but we'll see what happens on that. Yeah, sports fan, you got over 56.5, and it shouldn't slow down. Both teams is going to. Is any team going to say, "Hey, I have a 11-point lead. Let's try to run the ball"? No, you don't have a defense.
How nice is that team total over looking for
touchdown Bears? There we go. Get a game here, fine.
How nice is that looking though, Donnie?
Which one?
That team total over for Atlanta.
Yeah, what was it? 27, 26.5?
No, it was 30.5.
Oh, it was it? Well, you're going to get that anyway. So.
I mean, they're one touchdown away from hitting that.
Yeah. Nice drive by the Bears to open up the second half. So 7's.
That's actually a bet I'm going to look at. What is Atlanta's second half team total?
They do get the ball, so they get more possessions.
Yeah. Let me take a look at that. By the way, if anyone's interested, I'm on Montenegro to beat Lithuania in Nations League. If anyone cares, let me see second half here. Second half. Where are these fuckers at? Tampa, Atlanta. There it is. Yeah, I want to see something here. Second half. God damn, there's so many fucking lines, man.
Gonna scroll through them there. Cold weather coming up in that Rams game we talked about. Titans not too bad. Maybe a chance to shower 65. Patriots look like they're going to get good weather, so one would think there'd be some points in that one too.
If anyone can quickly tell me what the second half team total over is in this Falcon game for the Falcons, let me know. For some reason, Bet365 has like 8,000 fucking things.
Montenegro.
Yes, I like Montenegro against Lithuania. Yes, bankroll. Montenegro I like. Tomorrow you have to look at the video. It's on SBR. 14.5. That can't be right. I guess it is.
It's probably right. 3 touchdowns. Remember,
I said they'd get to 40, Donnie. I'm on the thank you, Native Queen. I'm on the over. I'm giving that out as well.
There you go.
Giving that out as well. Over 14 in the second half for the Atlanta Falcons. I said they'd get to 40. I think they're going to. I think they score at least 42.
They're going to need it. Yeah. They got to get in the 40s to win this football game. I don't think it's going to slow down.
So I got 2. I'm going to go Atlanta team total over in the second half, over 14. And I'm going to go with the Oakland Raiders -0.5 in the second half.
Yep. Looks like a play.
You're on Carolina, Washington.
Carolina over 22.5 in the second half. I think we get 24 points out of that.
Done. Dope. Can you use Bet365 in the U.S.?
I don't know. Well, I never tried.
Actually, no, you can't. But luckily, I know people in other countries that help me out. So that's how I do it. Yes, it's all about help, Donnie. We mentioned it. Chicago scores 7-7 there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be wrapping up in one moment here. Just want to double check here. I mean, do you really think Tampa, Donnie, is going to come back in this game?
Well, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Yeah. But I mean, it all takes is one Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson play in that game. I would hope so, but it's not like you're leaning on anything special with defense. Two of the worst defenses in the NFL.
Yeah, Donnie, what's with that wristwatch? Are you landing space shuttles with that thing?
That's my Garmin, man. You can get your stuff.
That's what. So what he said that is Donnie landing space shuttles with that fucking watch.
Damn right.
No, I do like that though. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah's getting team total over 13.5 at 5 dimes.
There you go. Boom.
Too bad. I already bet 14.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Who would have thought that would have went lower?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Donnie, let's wrap it up here.
Get out of here. Let's win some bets and have some fun over here.
Real quick before we go, I'm on the under 39.5 Dallas Jacksonville. That's the play I gave out today on the show earlier. Donnie, you didn't give anything out in the second games, did you?
Yeah, no, just the second half. We'll go to 22.5 there. I'm still waiting on a couple bits of information. I want to get some live looks at the field in Denver to see what it is, and I'm going to be very interested a little bit later in this game tonight. If I can get maybe a little bit of movement in that game, Joe.
So you heard that right. If you're a member at the website, make sure you keep abreast of it. Donnie might have a play today.
Soon. Yep.
Let's obviously keep track of that stuff. The soccer game is at plus 130. It starts in 5 minutes. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for checking us out. We'll see you tomorrow on the right side of campus, 10 o'clock a.m. Enjoy the night. Have fun with NFL. Bye-bye.